She want to call in, she can call in.
Oh, Monin? Yeah. Yeah, I was telling Monin like.
We're just getting things started in just a minute, all right? So we'll be with you momentarily. Things to talk about, you know what I mean? I'm fresh back from Pittsburgh, you know, so got some things to talk about, but you know. We got Ross Jomo. That's how we, you know. That's how we doing it on the Sunday, you know. Shout out to everybody who is down at Taking It to the Streets, the 35th annual Taking It to the Streets. If you missing it, you missing yourself. You're doing yourself a disservice. Let me just tell you that right now. If you're not at down, you didn't go down there yesterday or today. Shame on you, all right? But you missed out. Good day, you know, to be a part of something that's Taking It to the Streets has been doing for over 35 years. So, you know, hey, you know, shout out to Miss Anita Ray Sharp. Obviously, you know, Wufo Mix 1080 AM, Power 96.5 FM. Hey, and we gave out about 100 book bags today. You know what I mean? So, hey, that's what we do for the community. You know what I mean? Make sure you know, be in tune, be intact with what we got going on in reference to the community. And that's www.power965radio.com.
Welcome to the WUFO Sports Report.
Behind the scenes, you don't know now, you know.
The real story on the field, the ice, the hardwood, and in the ring. From the college details to the pro, a close look at high school sports as well. The WUFO Sports Report every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. with Coach Lewis on WUFO 1080 AM, Power 96.5 FM, worldwide on the legendary Power965radio.com.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Wufo Sports Report. I'm your host, Mookie Hawkins. Hey, man, it's not too often that we have, you know, celebrity Wufo legendary, you know, engineers from today. We got, man, Ross Jomo, you know, Access to Africa always, you know, is, man, gets it, you know, gets the thing rolling, man. Then close out the Sunday, but we got an extra hour for my guy, you know, King Ross Jomo's in the building. How you doing, my guy? You know, it's just like a pleasure to have you in here. You know, we're gonna talk some sports and politics and all that good stuff. I know you know all about that.
Well, you know, I feel like I'm the fill-in man today. I'm definitely not. I'm sharp, but I'm not razor sharp. But I did get a chance to go and check her out. It's very good over at Taking It to the Streets. Yes. I was actually watching from out of town. It was very beautiful to see the community, all the different ages, everyone coming in. So I'm proud of the WFO team. And if I have to play the fill-in guy, I won't be razor sharp because I'm a man, but I'll be sharp for you. All right?
Absolutely. I got you, man. I know just exactly what you're talking about. You know what I mean? But again, shout out to my girl Solar's definitely on the scene, you know, holding it down with Miss Anita Razor Sharp Williams. Also joining me in the booth today, you know, no other than Challenger Community News, Andre the Torch Ramberson, Rise of Family Extraordinaire. And we got my guy, you know what I mean, you know, fresh, you know, he's not in our office anymore, but he, you know, he's kind of like remote now, the Hilbert's finest, Jamal Harris. So gentlemen, obviously, you know, we saw what we saw yesterday. And I mean, is it a way to nickname this? Can we nickname this? Can we just say this is the preseason? I mean, your thoughts? If this was it preseason?
Come on, I got a nickname.
Or this is like, you know, this is what we see. This is what we're going to be seeing.
Go DJ. Dumpster juice DJ. Go DJ.
Obviously the Bills got jumped on early, 14 to Krispy Kreme, no glaze. All right, and they still didn't really respond in the manner that I thought they would respond in. With Josh Allen being out there, you know, you would figure, okay, let's see what you learned from being in that situation against Cincinnati. You know, again, you were down 14-zip versus Pittsburgh. Your ones is out there. This ain't no twos or anything like that. Josh Allen is still out there. You can't move the ball. You go 3 and out in that instance. They could have ordered the pizza on the Bills. It could have been 21 to Krispy Kreme, but defense definitely, got some stops when needed, but offense didn't really look like it was in sync to me at times. You know what I mean? Like, I think I don't want to say, I know I talk about running the football, but I think, we kind of ran the ball at the wrong time, if that makes sense, during the course of that game. Josh was efficient, but then again, penalties. I mean, what can you say about a team, that's considered to be the best to be this sloppy week 2 of preseason? There's only one more game left. So, gentlemen, Bills lose 27-15. What are your thoughts?
Mookie? Coach, I know doggone well you ain't trying to make this pretty. Ain't nothing pretty about what you seen yesterday. Ain't nothing pretty about what you seen yesterday. And didn't we have this conversation just on the last show, Jamal? Didn't we not just have this conversation about these Bills? Didn't we have it? I told you, I smelt something in the water, and sure enough, the smell that we smelled was dumpster juice. It was dumpster juice. I can't believe that this team had 12 penalties. 12 penalties in the first half. Sean McDermott, this is on you now, brother. This ain't on Brian Dable, Leslie Frazier. Yes, thank you. I'm glad that you hit that for me. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm fire starting right now. This ain't on my man Ken Dorsey. This is on you. It's all on you now, my brother. 12 penalties, 24 points. That's right. 24 points. I cannot believe this. I just, I can't fathom that this is the response we was going to get after we saw them play Indianapolis. Right now, folks, by the way, I just wrote an article on this too. And it's done early. It was done early this week. Usually I wait till Monday. Man, I don't want to hear no excuses about, it's preseason. For those watching, some of us believe that this is the first step to the Lombardi Trophy. This ain't just preseason. For some of us watching, this ain't just the preseason. Let me repeat that again. This is the first step to the Lombardi Trophy. Because guess what? Newsflash, folks. You've been prominent since 2019. Hello. This should be light work for you.
Light work.
This should be light work. Preseason should be, all right, let's sharpen up the tools. All right, we good. We sharp as razor. We razor sharp. Don't mention her name with this travesty. Did you see razor sharp out there? Did you take it into the streets? They should have took it to the streets with that game yesterday and not on the football field, because that was god awful. Mookie, if we don't get some consistency in this QB quarterback room, man. Last week it was Kyle Allen being awful. This week it's Matt Barkley being awful. 3 interceptions. What was he playing for the other team? And a fumble. Yeah. Man, I seen on all phases, 62-yard run, defense, that's defensive line. 25-yard touchdown to Pat Frymuth, that was defensive secondary. Offensive line got off of Spencer Brown. Get it, Mookie. If you don't get your man up out of here now,
he's the talk of the town.
Get your man's up out of here now.
What do you say? What's your favorite?
I don't feel sorry. I feel sorry for him, bro, because I see some of the stuff on Twitter. I feel sorry for Mr.
Brown. Oh, yeah, it's the only guy you feel sorry for all summer.
Man,
I feel bad for it too.
Get him out of here now.
Talk of the town right now.
Get him out of here now.
He is the talk of the town. My guy, Spencer Brown, is the talk of the town right now.
And then your special teams.
Yeah, special
got
teams.
Awful too.
Yeah,
come on.
I agree with you on that. I mean, the special teams.
What we doing?
The bright spot, Isabella punt return gets taken back by penalty. Gabe Davis, big play, gets taken back, penalty. It was just so many penalties. Like you ain't gonna never win a football game with 4 turnovers and 13 penalties for damn near a football field.
Mhm.
And I don't care who you are, but this has let me know that obviously the Bills aren't sharp because half of those were pre-snap penalties, and the rest was post-snap. But still, like how did Deion Dawkins jumping off sides, stuff like that. These are veterans that are making these types of mistakes. But only thing where I could say is that okay, being out there the first time with Josh Caden's different, whatever the case. I don't know, but you played with him for 6-7 years. Stuff like that should never be happening, but brain farts, if you will, So I don't know. Maybe sometimes when you play lackadaisical in preseason, it's definitely going to draw penalties. It's definitely going to do that. So I don't know. It's good to get those things out of the way early. But yesterday, gentlemen, oh my God. I didn't see that coming. I would think that, a team that, first of all, it's the William & Mary Bowl. It's Tomlin versus McDermott. So Tomlin, and you're playing in Pittsburgh, and you just destroyed them last year. You don't think that team would have anything to prove? They got Patrick Peterson now. People are not talking about how sneaky good this Pittsburgh Steelers team really is. And they really didn't do much yesterday. No Pickens, no Darnell Washington. I didn't even know who this guy with Jalen
Warren.
Jalen Warren, yeah, Jalen Warren. Can we get an APB for Jalen Warren? Is he still running by himself right now? Because that play that he ran 62 yards untouched kind of remind me of the same play that Dalvin Cook did last year for 81 yards. And again, Matt Milano, T-Dot is out there. Remember, Edmonds ain't playing that game. And if he did, he got hurt. It seemed like the teams are, man, it was a good play. They just caught them the same way. Just ran weak. Show motion to the right, run ISO weak backside, one man to beat every time. And if that safety takes a bad angle, which Poirier did on that play, he's still running. Jalen Warren is still running right now. Ain't nobody tackled the guy. He's still getting yards as we speak. So that was a concern for a team just to bust a big type of run like that against your ones. I don't know what happened on that second touchdown. I don't know. Somebody is definitely out of alignment. How Kenny Pickett just throw straight down the needle between Poirier and Milano?
And Milano.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. He was wide open. Like it wasn't like
He put it was a bad play by, I would say, Poyer, but it was a good ball play. So he put it right on his back
well,
shoulder.
he put it where it's supposed to be, but I'm just figuring how is a guy that wide open over the middle right now? And this is why I talk about the Tremaine Edmonds factor. Because you would think twice when you have a guy out there that's 6'5", 250, and can move sideline to sideline with that length. So these are the little things of detail where you would miss a Tremaine Edmonds. And then again, nobody fears who you have over the middle right now because nobody is 6'5", 250 pounds. They can see clearly over the middle now. They don't have a Tremaine Edmonds just looking huge, pause, in the middle like that. But I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I didn't see the Bills aggressive this game on how I saw them week 1. So it's kind of like cat and mouse. Certain things in preseason you go over, even if it's crap. You gotta. I guess these are the things you go through to see how it's going to turn out, to see what it would do. So that's the only way I can look at it. That was awful. I can't recall since when that was more of an awful preseason game than I've seen in a long time. A preseason game. That awful for it to be that talented. I don't know. We just have to be continued on that. That's all I can say. To be continued on that. But let's just look at some of the numbers. Obviously, your boy Pickett, he was flawless. Perfect quarterback rating. But hey, he didn't throw as much, but when he did throw, he was efficient. 3 for 4, 43 yards in the score. Mitch Trubisky, 10 for 13, 78 yards in the score. Mason Rudolph, 5 for 7, 52 yards. So again, the common denominator from where I see these quarterbacks from week 1 to week 2 is how both of them were efficient. I mean, last week the Colts quarterbacks, they were efficient.
Gardner Minshew definitely was efficient.
Everybody was efficient. The worst one was Richardson. Okay, 50%. That's expected. That's not even 50%. 7 out of 12 was what, 58%, something like that. So that's not bad for a rookie in his first preseason game. That is expected. But again, our efficiency is Trubisky 10 for 13, Rudolph 5 for 7, Pickett 3 for 4. So that's like 18 out of 24 right now. That. Teams are efficient throwing the ball in preseason against this Bills secondary that obviously should be super experienced and seasoned right now, to where McDermott should be able to take some more risk. That's it. If you want this defense to be aggressive, you have an experienced secondary enough where you can take some chances up front and blitz a guy here and there. Other than that, you're going to see the wrong side of 30 on your back end at times. Not all the time, but at times. So you got to help them out with being a little bit more aggressive and allowing them to play a little bit more free. So, that's what I take on that. But, gentlemen, before we dive into, individual achievements, what are your thoughts, Jamal, completely about the overall outcome of the game? How did Bills fare? In your eyes, do you think that this is a team right now that could win an AFC East championship?
AFC East championship?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the state of the AFC East. I mean, we still have the best quarterback in the AFC East, and I'm not hearing good things, coming out of the Jets camp, and the Dolphins look like they just lost one of their best offensive linemen. The Jets offensive linemen.
They still looked good yesterday, though. They looked good. They looked good yesterday.
I gotta see it to believe it. Now, if you would say AFC, championship round, or win an AFC playoff game, then maybe I have a little questions then.
Well, the Bills aren't consistent for me to say that statement yet.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm getting into. So, with me, kind of like what have they done in practice all week? Like Torch said, with all the penalties and stuff, and then to go and have 12, 13 and a half, like what do we do? Like, you got to practice that stuff. The defense looks slow. The offense wasn't looking sharp. I trust they'll get those issues fixed, but the defense for me, it just looks slow. The coverage is not, looking very good, very fundamental. I have multiple questions, and I know you got to go to break, so get back to you.
Yeah. We're going to take a little quick break. We're going to get into that because it seems like you got a lot you need to say. You seem like you wasn't finished with that. So guess what? Phone lines are open, 716-837-1112. You know what to do. Keep it locked and legendary. You're tuned into the Wufo, 1080 a.m. on Power 96.5. We'll be right back.
The extracurricular activities, the traffic, the nightly homework, the traffic.
They need that booze smoked and they ass whooped.
Yeah, that right there.
Thanks to
Oh,
Ziploc, meal
okay,
prep
here we
is
go.
Use Ziploc bags
What you
with
got?
Ziploc Design have a patented stand-up bottom that helps keep the bag
What
upright.
you got? You down 14 early. We gonna strike, but penalties, like they were moving the ball, then the penalties happened. And then again, it seemed like the Bills aren't fit in certain situations to get first downs. That's going to happen early in the season. That's definitely going to happen. That's going to happen with every form of coaching, whether it's little league, high school, college, pros. It's going to happen when you're going to be in those situations, thirds and 15s, thirds and 20s. Going to be in those situations early on. Expect yourself to be in those situations
with their diagnosis
early in the season. So you gotta practice those situations in practice. All right, guys, it's first and 20. What are we calling to get a first down situations? Like, we shouldn't be in a panic because it's first and 20. You know what I'm saying? Should be in a panic. Like, you should be calm and understand the situation and understand why are we calling
research infrastructure to be able
in
to
this sequence.
continue to advance outcomes for patients. And that's why you should
Coach,
spend
one-on-one
just
for y'all.
one day at Roswell Park.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal?
What?
Driving high will get you a DUI. And if you're wondering if law enforcement can tell you're
All right,
driving
so
high,
Jamal, we're gonna pick back up with you.
friends,
I can tell you drove high.
parents,
I can tell when you drive high.
Relatives.
I can tell. You drove here high, didn't you?
So what makes you think law enforcement can't?
I can
Did they
tell.
drive in high?
If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
That's interesting.
The Buffalo AKG Art Museum is proud to support the work of WUFO Radio and Power 96.5 because we take pride in supporting local organizations that serve our community members. The Buffalo AKG is now open with new classes, programs, and events for all ages, and we can't wait to welcome you. Come visit and be inspired. Learn more at buffaloakg.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Wufo Sports Report. Once again, I'm your host, Mookie Hawkins. On the ones and twos, Ross Jomo. Inside the booth, I have Andre the Torch Robinson and Jamal Harris. Gentlemen, before we, rudely was interrupted, my guy Jamal, I don't think he was finished on what he had to say in reference to, this Bills team. So I'll let you go ahead and continue shooting your shot, young man. Carry on.
But yeah, like I was saying with the penalties and just the execution of play, you can fix all that stuff up, which you're not expecting to do, even though it should have, probably been fixed up by now. But really what's concerning to me is just the slowness of the defense. And, we kind of know, how old they are with Trey White and Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer. And it looks like, Kyrie Elam, can't win the job. And, you got Dane Jackson out there, who is a little bit above average quarterback play. But the defense just looks, it does look a little slow to me, and that's, a little concerning.
Yeah, my guess is now is like when you look at that CB2 race per se, it's no race to me at this point. Dane Jackson is looking like he's your clear-cut corner at cornerback number 2. I don't think Elam or Benford at that point I don't think they're going to unseat Dane Jackson. I don't know why you looking at me like that.
Oh, you know why I'm looking.
I don't know why you looking
at me.
Oh,
you want me to tell you why I'm looking? I'm going to tell you why I'm looking.
I'm just saying right now.
You happy with that?
Am I happy with it?
Are you happy with Dane Jackson being the number 2?
Well, for
the same person who can't turn his head around. You sure? Let's be clear.
We're going to see. I haven't seen it in preseason.
Okay.
I haven't seen it in preseason.
Jamal, you hear this now.
I'm just saying. I haven't seen it in preseason.
What that say about you?
Well, you got to understand something too. Both Benford, has a penalty. Kyrie going to get one. They both to me, they're both the same. They still have some ways to develop. But if you got Dane Jackson on your roster for one more year, which they do, it's not like he's under contract for another year. He has 1 year left. So maybe this would be the year that I say, okay, he's on the team.
So we're not going to talk about all the missing tackles yesterday either.
Man, you know what? A lot of missed tackles.
Yeah.
It's a lot of missed tackles going on. Lots of missed tackles definitely going on. And that's a fundamental thing. That's a fundamental thing. That was bad. That was bad.
Oh no, see, I'm not gonna let you get away with
that.
But
Dane Jackson is, I'm just saying right now, Dane Jackson is your CB number 2. If you want some answers to where these competitions are going, let me tell you where it's being leaned towards at this point. You only have one preseason game left.
Mm-hmm.
What is you going to show me, Kyer and CB, that's going to supplant Dane Jackson? Dane Jackson's been starting with the ones back-to-back games. Osiris Torrance, okay, he started as a rookie back-to-back games. So I can solidify that RG1 is probably, how Roy Jones always say, 60-40. 60-40 for Osiris right now.
Mm-hmm.
This Dane, the CB2, I'll say 70-30 Dane Jackson. I don't say that right now.
Oh, I'm glad that you say 70-30. Is he going to make 70% of the tackles? Because I just want to know, did 70% of the fundamentals go away with Leslie Frazier leaving? Answer that question.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to definitely see.
Someone's got to say.
Yeah.
I saw him still dropping back in coverage, 10 yards off the ball when it's only 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. I saw that again yesterday with Tre'Davious being out there. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, is this the game to want to experiment with that and not show too much? Because I saw a much more aggressive team in certain practices. I see things different. I don't know if they're not trying to show that early because it's preseason. The teams want to get all that intel on you and tape and film and stuff like that. So I don't know. That's just the rigors of preseason. I look at it a little different now. Look at it like this: the Bills in them Super Bowl runs, they never won a preseason game. They went 0-4 probably every year they went to the Super Bowl. One year they probably was 1-3 or something like that. But not to say that is them, you know what I mean? But I don't know. You just got that. I know for a preseason game, that didn't seem real of a team that will be a Super Bowl contending team. Let's be quite honest, with that. You just the performance at in the first half when your ones is out there, you think you would see a little bit things not to be so well executed against them. Like that 62-yard run, like that, that quick strike after the turnover. Like they was down 14-0. Quick. Quick. So I wanted to see them respond a little bit more, even though I think they did, but the penalties just consumed everything. You know what I mean?
They got down there.
Yeah, they got down there, and they definitely got down there. I didn't understand on that one interception is you got Hardy, you got Hardy's 5'5" going across the middle against 3 defenders. You knew that ball was going to get tipped. That he don't have a win there, So I don't know if it's the play design or the personnel who needs to be there right there. Why Kincaid can't be there right
now? The only thing is that he wanted to jump up there and get killed like he did to Sherfield, who he shouldn't have thrown that ball either. He almost got home. Put these guys in the hospital. Like, what is wrong with them?
So yeah. So since we just talking about it, let's just get into some concerns. I have 3 concerns on position groups. QB2. All right, right tackle and middle linebacker are some concerns that I blatantly saw out there yesterday. Let's just start with the QB2, like you say, Torch. Night and day. You have Kyle Allen playing the way he played week 1 and Barkley playing how he played. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. They flip-flop. So it's I'm not selling on QB number 2. In the event if Josh do go down, and we'll get into that one play that I don't know what that was, but we'll get into that play. But I just didn't think that. At times, the QB2, we need to figure that one out. You got Cam Newton still available. You got Carson Wentz. Not to say I don't know what Carson Wentz be the answer, but I'll take him over what the Bills have at QB number 2 right now. I don't think Barkley teams are going to stack the box against Matt Barkley. And then he clearly threw it right to the guy. Like one interception, he just looked straight over there, looked right at him, and threw it right to him.
Right to Joey Porter?
Yeah, right to Joey Porter. Like, what did you like? The receiver isn't open at all, and you just completely threw that straight. That was in double coverage. The safety was over the top of that. I don't know what he saw to make him just automatically throw that ball right there. And again, it's not like these guys are first, second year guys. These guys are veterans. These guys have more years than Josh. So there's no excuse for them to be making those type of mistakes, preseason or not. So that leaves me a little leery at that position group. If in the event, how much do the playbook gets put on the shelf because we're only limited to what those guys can do. I mean, I'm not asking for our backup quarterback to be have a strong arm and be mobile and elusive and stuff like that, like Josh is, but to have some sort of similarities where the playbook at least could carry over at least
they just got to be
80%.
I mean, like we said, Barkley got down there. It's his fault they didn't score. I mean, that's just not holding on to the ball and then throwing that stupid interception. Like, come on.
There was a few
this game should have been a lot more competitive.
So yeah, though that concerns me. Like he's not going to protect the football. So QB2 is definitely concerned. There. Right tackle. Right tackle Spencer Brown. I'm not sure if the back injury has anything to do with that, or if it's just he just can't get the technique of playing that position on this level. College, yeah, you probably can get away with it, but on this level, it seems like he's not sitting. He's 6'8". All right, so to be able to anchor, you have to be able to sit and be square while sitting. I think he's having difficulties doing that. He's flat-footed, and he is getting beat bad, against guys that's twos. You're getting beat out there by twos. You're a starter. You're getting whooped by a backup third string guy. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. It's definitely an issue at that right tackle spot. I don't know if the Bills try to go grab a free agent and try to figure that one out. Torch, what are you thinking right now in reference to the right tackle?
You keep saying that word whoop. The last time we had a conversation about anybody getting whooped this bad, it was Errol Spence Jr. He is getting the Errol Spence Jr. whooping treatment out there. Like, what is going on? Move. We had this conversation about Spencer Brown before this, sir, and you know this. Man.
I try to give him benefit of the doubt. That just yesterday, that
Jay-Z don't got reasonable doubt for this.
He absolutely don't got no reasonable doubt for that.
What in the world is going on? Yo. To the
so
bench.
What did it do? I mean, who's gonna go to the bench and where? Who replace him? What we gonna do at the right tackle spot then? If you want to replace him, then what you gonna do? You gonna do Questenberry? You gonna go Questenberry?
We played this one game though 2 weeks ago.
Brandon Shell, he retired.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know what that was about. He retired. Tommy Doyle, I'm not sure on the extent of the injury. I don't know if it's a torn ACL or a hyperextended knee, but it looks like he's going to miss some time, no matter what the injury is. And he already dealing with a right knee issue. He's already dealing with a right knee issue. So the Bills are definitely going to have to bring somebody in for that. I know it's been rumors reporting about Jason Peters coming back. At 40, it would be a solution. I wouldn't mind bringing Jason Peters back. Finish where you start. And, hey.
Jason Peters was good.
Jason Peters, for the right side, he's good. He's definitely be good. I see what he got. I mean, who else will we bring in? Who else could play at right tackle at this point in the event that Spencer Brown just...
Your depth chart only got David Quisenberry on it. It's only got Quisenberry on it.
Right. And I got to look at the tape. I got to look at the game, again, so I can really watch. I want to look at Nick Broker. I want to see what the guy from Ole Miss is doing because he can play tackle too. And then you got Garage from Florida. So it's a spotlight to see, well, maybe it's a roster spot for one of those guys can sneak on there. So I definitely got to go back and watch that game and really see out of that rotational group who is really playing. Because the second half, I mean, hey, you did see some different energy out there with this Bills team out of the threes, shorter flashed. Guys went out there and made some plays. Kyle Allen did have a better performance week 2 did he have week 1. So we got to give him his credit. We got to give him his just due. He did orchestrate a couple of scoring drives. So, I liked how, those guys definitely showed fight. They didn't, tuck their tail, for the remainder of the fight. But the fight was really won in the first half. And, the Bills didn't recover from it. So they take what do you say? They take the unanimous decision definitely goes to Pittsburgh. But again, I like how all rookies are playing. You look at Kincaid. Obviously, he definitely had a good game. Osiris Torrance is probably your only consistent lineman on this starting team. That's why I say it's kind of hard for him to go to the bench when he's the only guy that's been consistent. Out of the whole ordeal. So that's why I say, that position, that's more than 60-40 in my eyes. That may be 80-20. So, we're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be right back with more Wufo Sports Report. Hit us up.
Mark the calendar
36-40.
As we come
Time
together
flying,
to
bro.
honor
Good
and
God
celebrate the
almighty.
brave African American
Time
veterans
is
of all 12 wars.
flying.
Join us on Saturday, September 2nd
Dude,
for
God.
the parade like no other.
All right, Jim, we're going to talk about this
The parade
linebackers.
kicks off at 2 o'clock at the intersection of Jefferson Avenue.
We go again.
Linebacker.
Here we go again.
Filled with joy and gratitude for all of our esteemed veterans. These brave men and women have stood tall in the face of adversity, defending the very
You get the
principles
sneak preview
that make our
of
nation
the article
strong.
coming up
Let's
this week.
show our unwavering support,
Challenger.
respect,
Allen was
and
12
admiration
15 out
for
there.
their
I didn't even
selfless
put.
They talking
But
about
that's not all. After the parade, join us for a mini stand down right
You don't
on
get no
Jefferson
help.
Avenue at Dodge Street. Here, we'll provide vital information and essential services for our veterans and their beloved families. Saturday, September 2nd, brought to you by the African American Veterans Arts and Culture Corporation.
Welcome back once again to the Wufo Sports Report. Once again, I'm your host, Mookie Hawkins, on the ones and twos. DJ Ross Jomo inside the booth with me. I have Andre the Taurus Robinson and Jamal Harris. If you just tuning in, we have just recapped Bills and Steelers, who flashed some of our concerns, and right now we're heading into that third concern. That concern is the linebacker, the middle linebacker. We chimed about it. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the show, but I don't see. That's not it at linebacker. Right now, the way it's looking, that's not it at linebacker. And again, how I told y'all before, you're going to see how much the Tremaine Edmonds effect is going to affect Matt Milano. Matt Milano don't go all pro if it's not with the help of Tremaine Edmonds. He allowed Matt Milano to play freer. He don't have that this year. Let me just say that this year. He do not have that. Matt Milano do not have that. So it's going to be some growing pains with him, in reference to that. So, gentlemen, Torch, I'll let you go first. Linebacker and core. Do we need to go and get another guy, or what's going on? Another guy or somebody on the team another try?
First and foremost, right before I get to that, I thought that was either circus music or elevator music that I heard that was preparing us for this linebacking core conversation right before we came back. I don't know which one it was, but it sounded like circus music, because that's exactly what this is. Terrell Dodson, you don't want the job, my brother. You don't want the job. We can just tell. We looking at you. We all looking at you. You don't want the job. So guess what? Sean McDermott, please go in Brandon Beane's office tomorrow, if you haven't already today, and go ask that man for some veteran linebacker leadership at the middle linebacker position. Or y'all gonna be hurting week one when the Jets come in, in the Meadowlands. You ready for that? Are you ready? Are you ready to get embarrassed? Because that's what's gonna happen if he don't go do it.
He's not. Is AJ Klein out there?
Oh my God!
You look at it. You look at it now. You have injuries. You have Terrell Bernard, who's dealing with an injury. T-Dot played into the fourth quarter. And, so I'm not sure where's the uncertainty at that.
I'm sorry, did you see incline or decline? Which one? Which one did you see?
You can't be a starter and you playing into the fourth quarter. That's all I'm saying. He played into the fourth quarter. I'm quite sure y'all saw him out there in the fourth quarter.
There's a joke that we have about starters, man. Like, he started.
Yeah, he's starting.
Yeah.
So he's playing into the fourth quarter. So I don't know what's going on with that situation there with that Mike spot, but I think the Bills need to go and try to get a seasoned veteran. You need to go get you a seasoned veteran, man. Like, it's nothing like it at that spot. You got away with it for 5 years because Tremaine Edmonds, 5-6 years, Tremaine Edmonds was that guy for you. You were spoiled in the middle, so now you have to go and, man, you're going to have to get a veteran guy. You're going to have to get a veteran, more seasoned guy, a guy that can tackle, that keeps stressing Rashad Evans. We're going to keep somebody else going to pick that guy up, and then it's going to be a wrap. There's going to be no more sure tackling linebackers. And McDermott's scheme, you have to be able to tackle. Saw a lot of missed tackles yesterday. That's another question I forgot to ask Coach McDermott about. Some missed tackles. I know that drives him crazy. So I thought he was going to say that when I asked him, basically what he saw on tape that he didn't like, but he didn't say anything about the missed tackle. So I'm definitely going to address that because no way. And this is football is a tackle sport. How we're not tackling? How we're not tackling is that's the name of the game. I don't understand why we can't tackle if this is a tackling sport. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. But linebacker is definitely an issue. That Mike linebacker, please, please, please go get Rashawn Evans. If you think the Bills need to go get another guy, Rashawn Evans, whoever the case, hit us up, let us know. 716-837-1112. You know what to do. Because what I saw was definitely not. That one made me. I had a flashback of the Vikings game when I saw that. When he hit second level, when that running back hit second level, and when that linebacker in sight was there, and it's one-on-one with a safety or a corner, that's game planning. That's one team understanding another team's alignment and how they're going to line up to this. And it's a well-executed play. This is their number one defense. This is the Bills' ones out there. So, again, this is a team that recognized a tendency with this Bills schematically, and they was one-on-one on the backside. Weak. We ran weak. They ran ISO weak against the Bills the same way that Minnesota did it for 81 yards. You need to change some things right there. Bring a guy down. Why you got your safety so far back? Bring your guy down. And then bring your corner back. If you're going to bring your safety down, you got to do that if they go weak. So I don't know. I like to play chess with this thing. Sometimes right now preseason, some people are playing checkers. Okay, so they definitely have to get better on that note. But just give us a few bright spots. Players who's letting it translate from camp to the game. It's week 2 now. So, Torch, you have any guys on this Bills roster who shows you any consistency from camp to preseason?
Honestly, I'm looking. It's like pressing that casino machine, and you hope to get all 7 to line it up, and it just don't line up. It's not lining up for me right now. It's really not lining up. I don't see no real consistent people out there. I mean, we should have consistency in the ones. I don't see the consistency in the ones. I mean, Stephon Diggs had his 2 catches yesterday, I guess. Gabe Davis had his catch, I guess.
The usual.
The usual.
I mean, but at times they looked at he connected. He definitely connected. It's just the penalties ruined some decent drives by this Bills team.
I got to. Greg Rousseau has been all right.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Oliver's been okay. Those 2. I'll give those 2 the nod. But all the rest of y'all, Taylor Rapp has been all right.
I still want to see more out of Taylor Rapp. I still want to see more out of Taylor Rapp.
Leonard Floyd played.
Yeah, Leonard Floyd played.
I mean, these past 2 games, man, it's been barely hearing his name out there.
Yeah, it's been real sparingly. He haven't really did nothing. Like those guys, like certain guys though, they just want to get ready. They just want to play regular season games. Now those guys, they ain't gonna admit it. They ain't going through the motions in preseason. They playing not to get hurt. Let me just be transparent with that.
You can tell.
They're playing not to get hurt. They trying to get through preseason unscathed. All right, then regular season it is what it is. So that's what is striking me at times. Some players, that's how they plan. So
I'm gonna go Kincaid and Isabella. They look real good.
Yeah, Kincaid and Isabella, Gabe Davis, Latavius Murray.
Murray's look good too.
Murray looks good. So. Again, the Bills had 3 running backs over 5 yards of carry. So it's kind of weird. Again, they putting up these type of stats and averages. We just can't connect at the right times. But again, when you look at it, gentlemen, it's the penalties. I don't care who you are. You will not be able to win a football game with 4 turnovers and 13 penalties in no game. All right, in no game. Let's just break down how these penalties really affected the Bills. Special teams. Let's just start off with special teams, right? Kingsley Jonathan holding penalty negated the 27-yard punt return by Isabella. That would have definitely put the Bills in good field position. On the offensive side, a block above the waves by your boy Spencer Brown negated a 6-yard pass to Deontay Hardy. A false start on Connor McGovern made it 2nd and 24. Holding on Spencer Brown negated a 35-yard pass to Gabe Davis. False start on Quentin Morris made it 1st and 15, another situation. False start by your veteran Deion Dawkins made it 2nd and 16. False start on your rookie Don Kincaid as expected made it 2nd and 13. Unnecessary roughness by Tommy Doyle. That ball was intercepted for 13 yards. On the defensive side, interference by Christian Benford gave the Steelers a first down on 3rd and 8. Low block on DeMar Hamlin. I didn't think that was I think that was a bad call. Interference on AJ Klein. The pass was incomplete. It moved the ball from the Steelers 7 to the 1.
That was a bad one.
Interference on Kyer Elam gave the Steelers a first down on 3rd and goal from the 1. Saran Neal first down in the red zone after Barkley interception. I didn't really understand that one either. That didn't seem like pass interference to me. Kyer was iffy, but he did have his hands wrapped around his shoulders at one point. Got to keep your hands up. I know Darnell Washington is 6'7", 6'8". Got to do the best you can, but you got to learn how to keep your hands off. But those are penalties that were costly at moments of the game. You have Bills right now, 3rd down. It was 3rd and 1, 3rd and goal. And, you get that interference call by Christian Benford. You get that interference call by Kyer Elam. Those translate to 10 points, 14 points, 6 points. So I know they scored a touchdown on one of those plays, if not 2. No, they scored 1. They scored 1.
Elam gave up the touchdown
reception. Yeah, Elam gave up the touchdown reception. Yeah. So again, gave up the touchdown reception. You got the interference call. That's why I say right now at this point it's Dane Jackson. Unless he's not good right now with his own. He's struggling with his own. So playing to his strong suits, playing man. Let him be who he is out there.
So and he wasn't looking good at man at all yesterday.
Well, that touchdown, that was man. That touchdown was definitely man. I think he just got bullied for that. That was Cam Hayward. That was Cam Hayward. He got bullied for that. So you got to take that on the chin. And why are we having that matchup anyway? Why is he one-on-one with the tight end? Because that's what Cam Hayward is. He's a tight end. So how is he one-on-one with the tight end in that situation? No, we got the 5.
Save the date for the annual 2023 Health and Wealth Expo. Saturday, October 28th at the Apple Restaurant.
Remember we said we was cutting at 5.
Can you address this comment, please?
96.5 Health and Wealth Expo has
Yeah.
a conversation with the Manna Program, a panel hosted by
So, there you go, right here.
What's that?
This one.
Agree suspended.
No. I'm about to pull it up for you. It's right here.
Live performance.
This comment.
International recording artist
What?
Jeff Bradshaw.
What is that?
My bro Willem Bumbar.
The priorities.
No, the penalties.
Penalties.
The penalties are more of the issue than the play of the players.
Oh, yeah.
I said,
No, it's just both.
I said 12 penalties in the first half is on the play of the players.
My blood pressure is borderline. I figured I could worry about it.
But I want you to.
The players make penalties,
With
so
Garlic Healthy
both.
Blood Pressure Formula. It works safely and naturally.
That's
to help
both. I
maintain
mean,
healthy blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's
and they are making the
gluten-free.
plays
I'm
and,
taking
and,
charge
and they're
with
not
garlic,
concentrating.
healthy blood
I'm
pressure
paying
formula.
you
These statements have not been
millions of dollars
Not to be in sync, right?
not to concentrate.
This right here.
Ready to take
And I
control
said,
of your
look,
future?
I'm gonna
SUNY
give
Erie
you
Community
$10
College
million
and number one
right here.
Western New York high school students and veterans
Look.
offers more than
You got a comment right here.
to give you the skills
You
and
can't
skills
concentrate?
for the career
Really?
you want. Smart classes,
Show it.
expert faculty, and an
There you go.
affordable
Ah,
price.
there you
SUNY Erie is your right choice. Join us for open registration August 28th and 29th.
Right, they weren't in sync. They definitely didn't look in sync out there. Whenever you got cadence issues, you're not in sync.
Imagine just two brains.
You know, and again, that could attribute to Josh not playing week one.
You're being backstreet.
The powerful synthetic opioid is showing up in illegal drugs. You can't
You're
see,
being
taste,
backyard.
smell it,
Well,
but there
so-
are ways you can detect it. Request free fentanyl testers and
Hey,
naloxone now from
what's
New York
up?
State. Go to oasas.ny.gov. That's oasas.ny.gov.
So,
No questions asked, no more lives lost.
all right. Welcome back to Wufo Sports Report. Once again, I'm your host, Mookie Hawkins, as we recap this Bills Steeler thing now. We talk about the Bills aren't in sync. They're dealing with all these penalties and stuff like that. And that, first of all, that's not okay. Y'all a championship caliber team. Y'all should not be having those issues in preseason like this, period. That's a major concern. Coach McDermott should be very concerned about that. You know, they're not making plays. They're getting plays made on them. And, yeah, that's not good. When you look at another team that you're trying to be like, and let's say Kansas City Chiefs, let's look at them. Quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, he was 10 for 15 yesterday, 105 yards in the score. Shane Butchler was 10 for 10, 103 yards. Some other quarterback they had was 4 for 5 for 63 yards. Blaine Gabbert was 7 for 8, 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Seems like they got a pretty damn good system in Kansas City for me. They look like they're in rare form. P. Ryan, he had 6 rushes for 41 yards as they beat the Arizona Cardinals 38-10. Yeah, this you know, Coach McDermott was accountable to say it's unacceptable. You know, it's completely unacceptable. He got to figure out ways to discipline his team. You know, obviously what he's disciplined on is not good enough. I mean, he's taking them out of plays in practice when, you know, they don't get it right. I do the same thing with our team. You mess up, come out. You know, somebody else get in there because, you know, it's costing the team right now. And obviously, you know, it's more of a problem this week than it was last week when it was a problem. You know, they had 8 penalties last week, and that was too many damn penalties. So here it is. The Bills are faced with, you know, mental lapses, mental issues before the ball is even in place. So that's things that he's going to have to address. He's going to have to clean that up. I mean, I get it. I know it is only one preseason game. You're not going to be able to fix that in 1 week. But, you know, they have 3 weeks really until the first game against the Jets on Monday night. So he has 3 weeks to fix that. So guys will be more locked in and in tune, and hopefully, you know, Dorsey get to, you know, settle down and get a little bit more balance. So week 3, Jamal, what do you want to see out of this Bills team as they face the Chicago Bears?
More discipline on both sides of the ball, more efficiency, and just better fundamentals on defense.
Torch?
Not that mess I seen in Pittsburgh. Can we contribute this to the fact that the players don't want to play preseason games like that?
Kinda, you know, but I mean,
Steelers don't want to play either, right?
yeah, Steelers didn't want to play, right? They didn't want to play either, so I wanted to get it over with. So they got to figure that one out. They got to play a little bit more better. You know, they definitely got to do that. So, you know, we're gonna close that one out with that again. The Bills, night and day from week 1 to week 2, do not show up to play versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I don't know what to really say about that one. You know, we'll pick this thing up on Late Night Sports tomorrow night. For Ross Jomo, Jamal Harris, and Torch Robinson, I'm Mookie Hawkins. Stay safe, choose love, not hate, and wash them damn hands, man.
Just don't wash your hands with the Bills yet.
Man.
Because I see people already doing that too on Twitter
Oh,
too.
okay, I know what the talk gonna be like. Oh my God,
I see people already washing their hands, talking about some of their Eagles fans now.
Spencer Brown was that sick, my God.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You've got it. That's the
I gotta go home
UFO
and watch
Sports
that
Report.
game,
Catch us
yeah.
weeknights, Monday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. or Sunday at 6 p.m. on the Legendary.
I was at the Bison's game with the Bisons and Sabres after the commemoration of my brother yesterday. He died. Yeah. So I was there. Danny Gear was there. But I was watching the Bills game at the same time in the booth with Jay Burney. What's up, Jay Burney, by the way?
I just watched it. I didn't watch it today.
Unbelievable. Yes. Unbelievable.
I do a pod either later on today or.
You said, "Oh, these fans are so wishy-washy." It was preseason and people having a heart attack.
Penalties, though. I mean, it's because it was the starters. Shit, that shit happened to the starters.